Hi, I'm Bea and I'm part of the learning team here at Tudor House, and today we are in the Buttery. Now the name is quite misleading because it's not actually a place where people stored butter. In fact, in here they would have stored drinks like wine. And there's a clue to that if you look really closely in this room, because up on this beam there are some lovely grapevines painted, and they go all the way along, and there's lots and lots of grapes hanging off them. And it's an example of how this room might have looked quite different throughout this house's history. At the moment, the walls look quite plain, but during Tudor times, they probably would have been covered with things like tapestries to make it more colourful in here. And later on in the house's history, it would have been covered with something else. In fact, there's an example of what it would have been covered with down here in this hole. And if you look through here, you can actually see part of some wallpaper from back in the 19th century, and it's got a really lovely design on it. And at that time, wallpaper had become a lot more popular because they developed technology like steam-powered printing presses that meant it was much easier and quicker and cheaper to produce it. But it's not the only example of wallpaper in this room. In fact, in this cupboard through here, there is actually some very interesting wallpaper, because it's not wallpaper as we would think of it now. It's actually wallpaper that is made out of a newspaper. And we can see the date on it. It says it's made in 1841. So it's a really, really interesting little glimpse into how people have decorated this room.